Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, here with my lovely co-host, Phil. How are you today, Phil?
Hey, I'm doing it right. Good. How are you doing?
I'm a little tired. We're a little bit late today, and we weren't able to make it last week, so we're going to have like a double episode that we're going to have to like plow right through. Right.
That's right.
So I'm amped up for it. How are you?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk about this, and I think that we can get this done pretty fast because last week's episode went by really fast, if I remember. So
It did.
yeah.
I took a lot of notes. Actually, no, I took a decent size notes, actually, but we can probably plow right through it. We'll do our best anyway. So we come on to episode 7. So we're going to do episode 7 and 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. And of course, if you haven't done so already, we just want you to subscribe. It'd just be nice. And join us in the comments and let us know what you think about what we're saying and about this season. It's still, to be fair, it's my favorite season of Drag Race I've seen. I don't even know the last one I saw that I enjoyed as much as I'm enjoying this one. Even the characters I don't enjoy, I enjoy, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I am still watching the American one, but it's night and day to me. Like the UK one is just fantastic.
So good. I love the people. I love the drag. I love that there's not the typical looks and faces. Like it's just there's some uniqueness about it. I just love everything about it. So I'm happy that we're covering it. And even though we're doing 2 episodes today, I'm happy that we are making sure that we get this covered because it's important. This is important work we're doing here, Phil. Yes. I believe that I don't know who left episode 6 right now. My brain is like shut off because I did
Tia Coffee.
She did. Coffee. Well, so was it? I wrote down Tia was robbed. Was that what she wrote on the mirror?
Yes. She wrote Tia was robbed.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she believes that.
I think that a couple of people were robbed by her staying a few of these weeks, to be honest. Loved Tia, but it was definitely her time to go. But Ahura shots fired. She thinks that Sister is going to be up next, and thinks that Sister thinks that Ellie has been coasting. And I was like, okay, this is fighting words.
They know who doesn't have badges, and they were fighting for that bottom rug there.
Yeah, they basically were saying like, if you don't have a badge, why are you here? And that was basically pointing at Sister and Ellie Diamond, which is kind of true. At this point in the competition, you would hope that everybody there has been at the top tier in the competition, and they have been.
This is the competition where, this is a show where the host picks the winner. And so, if the host hasn't seen you and hasn't given you any reward yet, they're not noticing you.
Not a good thing. So Sister, though, she doesn't want to be counted out. She wants to still feel as though she is competitive within this show. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, that's a line that either she's going to do really well or she is out. It's never in between. Like they would never keep that line in unless it was to prove her right or wrong. So I episode was going to be about Sister. I put asterisks around that line when I was writing it. So RuPaul says, if you mess up, expect more than a boot. And I was wondering, I didn't know what that meant. And then she comes out, and it's going to be the British Library is about to open. And they're going to be in 3D. Now, Sister was up first for this mini challenge. And the first line that she said I thought was quite good. She said, oh, no, I thought you girls needed a little, I was putting on these disrespectacles. I was like, disrespectacles? That's good.
That's a good word.
That's good. I was pretty into that. And then what was the other thing that I wrote down here that she said? Yeah, I don't remember what else she wrote. I thought you girls need a little something. Now times 2. I don't know. She said something else that I wrote down, but I don't remember it because it was 2 weeks ago. And you're like, I don't remember either. Are you pulling up their roots?
I'm trying to see if I can find their reads, so I'll try and find them for you.
The 3D library. Okay, well, we'll see. Sister says, how you getting on? Who's that? Oh, about taste, about the long taste. You're like the long, flowy, like the Thames that I wish you're like drowning in or something like that.
Right.
I didn't really laugh at any of Sister's jokes that I remember. I thought the Disrespectacles was witty and like I wasn't like, but I thought it was nice amount of shade. And her little thing about Bimini, like having, she thinks that chips. What was something about chips? Chips. With side of vegan mayo.
Oh yeah.
Something about chips with a side of vegan mayo. And I thought she did a pretty good impersonation of Bimini there. But I don't remember it. And that's, I think, a problem if they're going to do well in this competition is if I don't remember their jokes at all. That's no.
Well, yeah. Sister said, "Wasn't Taste, your runways looks are so unsurpassed, but I would like to see you slip into something long and flowy like the Thames."
There you go. It's decently funny, but I didn't think it was that funny. What else did she say?
Yeah.
Are they all there?
I don't have them all up. Ellie Diamond said, "Bimini Bon Boulash, you're known for your tricks in the chair, but how about you do us a favor and next time make it an electric one?"
Whoa.
Very good. That's a good read.
Lawrence says, Ellie, you're so stupid that you studied for your COVID test. I think that's stupid.
Topical.
Pretty good. Who is soul searching? I hope you find one. Taste, probably.
Yes. Was it Ahura?
Maybe it's about Ahura. Yeah, that could be about Ahura. Yeah. Sure. Taste I thought was pretty funny with like the Ellie Zirconia. Like that's a pretty funny thing that she's kind of dull and she's not like a real diamond. Like she's a knockoff diamond.
Right.
Funny, but
Bimini said, "Sister, you have such a kind face. The kind you throw bricks at." They went at it. They were good.
That was funny. And and Bimini says to Ahura about like speaking of filler, and she wants to hug her, but like her filler's going to explode or whatever on the floor or something like that. Did you better than I just replayed it?
It works.
Okay. Speaking of filler, Ellie, do you need help packing? That's what it was.
That's right.
I personally laughed the most with Bimini. Personally.
Yeah, I like Bimini's attitude. But I did feel like I was like, oh, Sister's gonna win this one. She got some good lines.
Why? I didn't, and she did. Sister did this challenge, this mini challenge, and I didn't think she was funny at all.
No? Oh.
No, not at all, but like I thought Bimini was way funnier. I laughed more.
Yeah, I thought yeah.
Everybody else was a little bit wittier, in my opinion. I did
like that. Like nobody screwed up though. They were all good.
Was pretty vulgar again, like talking about taste and face and sitting on her face, sticking her tongue out and her sitting
like
on something like that. Nice.
Jeez, so rude.
You thought Sister was the winner?
I the way it came, well, because Sister got 3 reads, so that usually means they win anyways if you watch. But yeah, I felt like she did a good cut with them, which was smart. Rue likes those cutting comments.
She does. It's so true. So with this win, though, now Sister gets to get a 15-second head start, and they have all different materials from kind of like a bedroom or like an apartment, and so it was kind of supposed to be COVID, your COVID
COVID hoarding stuff. Yeah,
exactly. COVID quarters hoarding stuff. Say that 10 times fast. And so they had to pick, it's going to be a design challenge with unconventional materials. So I'm here for that. I always love that challenge on Project Runway. I like seeing people push to the limits for their creativity. I like giving the opportunity for queens that can sew, give them a place where they can shine. So I definitely was really excited to see what people would come up with in this challenge, especially the Brits, because even the bad ones are a lot more interesting than some of the great ones in the US. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're supposed to become super she-heroines. I don't know how to say it, with these home items. And Sister takes pretty much everything, and then the rest of them go and they destroy the place. There was really nothing that they left over there. Everything was rummaged through. So there's a little segment of Ahura, and she's like kind of spying on Sister. Part of the running theme has been that Sister has been copying Ahura, and I think she has, to be honest.
Yes. Sorry, I'm remembering what happened in the scene now. I'm like, oh, right. And then she was like trying to get the stuff.
That was a cute moment, though. I thought that like when she was, going to work her charm on Sister, and she kind of struts over and she's like, well, there just may be a few things that I might like over here. And she's like, you could start with a few compliments. Like, Aurora did not want to give her any compliments. She's like, well, what did she say? I can't actually remember what she said. I didn't write it down.
Yeah. I just loved it because it was like the morning she had like totally like threw her under the bus, and then she's like coming to her and being like, oh, hi, that's really nice. So, yeah, it's just wonderful.
It was great, and I thought that Sister was a good sport in that moment. It was that there's kind of bad blood kind of between them, but I thought it was still cute how they were being quite playful, even though they're kind of rivals and enemies. So
we mentioned that they're good at that. The English are so good at that, like witty, playful banter where they can say something and maybe don't mean it like in a mean way, but like it's still funny and
exactly.
A lot different than the US.
And that's what I think I like. A lot of other cultures, like even in, I've been to Mexico many, many times, and I've seen friendships in Mexico. They always have these little jokes with people, and they're just like kind of jabs and bugging this one, and like it's not bullying. It's like there's a lightness to it, and in all these really close friendships, like they just kind of like poke at each other. And I like that. I like that kind of banter amongst friends. And so I don't feel that the North American culture really has that banter without it getting too mean. You know what I mean?
Without it being, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Like there's a lightness about the I don't know if it's the delivery or what they're actually saying, but I don't know. I like humor of other and how people interact as friends with their humor from different places in the world. That's what I've noticed.
Definitely.
So Raven, gorgeous Raven, is doing the walk around with Rue here. So I thought it was interesting that Raven was chosen for this because it's not necessarily a makeup challenge. Why do you think that she chose Raven for this particular one?
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember. I know Raven has done like the challenges, the conventional ones. I'm not remembering, like, nothing standing out where I'm like, oh, I remember Raven, like, made a really cool outfit out of something. But I don't know. I think, honestly, it is because Raven is the makeup artist of Rupaul, and with the quarantine and all of that, there wasn't really a lot of choices. I think it was like, well, let's get Raven in here.
You're free? Then let's go.
Yeah. I don't think that they could even bring in the people from last season or anything like that. So
I wonder what I would look like if Raven did my makeup. Like, I want days just to have somebody of her caliber to do my makeup in that exaggerated way. I've always kind of, it kind of leads into next week's episode, or episode 8. But like I've always wanted to do maybe like a one woman show as like a drag. I want to be a drag queen, but I'm not a gay man, or like I'm not a man that would like to dress as a woman. So I guess it would be a bio queen kind of. But like I just would like to be able to dress up that much, you know, and wear like the biggest hair, the biggest lashes, and so much makeup and big boot. Like I would like to have a really exaggerated stand-up
extravaganza moment.
Extravaganza! Like I want that.
I think you should do it next week.
Well, I was
extravaganza.
Not next week. Like I would do it for like a show. I was thinking of
not at your house.
I want to do a one-woman show for Fringe, and I was considering doing it as like some sort of drag queen or like an exaggerated personality. Right. And so Fringe didn't happen last year, and like I don't know when it ever will happen, and I don't really have an idea, but like it is something I want to do. And seeing Raven and her makeup, it's actually really inspiring. So maybe that's why she doesn't walk around. Like it looks so good.
All right. Yeah. I mean, she does. She looked great.
And she was kind of commenting on giving people makeup tips and stuff like that, which I thought was really great. It was a great help that she was able to give to some of these people. Who did she see first? So she talked to Ellie. All I wrote down for Ellie was Pop Candy Princess. So I guess that what Ellie's inspiration for this challenge.
Yeah, she got all the candy and so good.
Is it?
That seems like her.
She's young. I know she's young, but this is also bleeding in with episode 8 because I just watched it. But like, I'm kind of bored by Ellie's aesthetic. I'm just like, she's pretty, but I want something else. Like, there's no edge. There's no. I'm not excited to see her. I'm like, oh, she looks good. Like,
yeah, the outfit. Well, I don't want. We're not on the runway yet, but yeah, I wasn't really overly excited with the choice of what she was doing.
Me neither. Ahora's next, and so she says to her, to Raven, that Raven was the first season that she watched, and that she loved that Raven was the bitchy fashion queen. Is that a compliment? I don't know, but
I think she's just trying to relate.
I want to be the bitchy fashion queen. I think I'd want that role. You wouldn't want to be the goofy, like the. Yeah, I want to be the bitchy fashion queen.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never be the bitchy fashion queen, but
your persona be then if you?
I'd have to be some sort of comedy queen. I think that's the only way I'd survive out there.
You'd be the Elliot. You'd be the Lawrence Cheney.
I'd probably be. Yeah. Gosh, it'd be a mess. It would be a mess. lots of drinking.
Probably. I think that one day you have to do it. Have you ever wanted to give it a try?
Not like I haven't done like full out like done it properly. Like so Halloween, obviously I've done it like that, but I'd love to have somebody actually do my face and like try it out just once, just to be like, what would it look like?
Okay, so next week.
I have my drag name.
What's your name?
So that's Gingervitis.
Yes! That's amazing. Want to know mine?
What is it?
Fellatio fish.
I know what type of queen you are.
A slutty, bitchy fashion queen.
Ahora.
Ahora, yes, Ahora. But yeah, I mean, Filet-O-Fish is my favorite sandwich at McDonald's, so Fellatio-Fish just seems fitting.
I love it.
Queens are gorgeous, right? So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So Bimini is next. Bimini has 2 badges, which they recognize. And Bimini, she's funny. She says to Raven, like, so what filter do you have on? And I think it's because she just looked so airbrushed and good. That was funny. but what was Bimini making though? With like
So it was very clear Bimini was in trouble.
Well, do you think that she put that there just so whatever she did that was the opposite, like that wasn't that? It's gonna be like, wow, that was so good. Like you should have seen where she came from. Like it had to been like.
Oh, I love the way she explained what it was. Was she just named what the items were? She didn't even say like what it looked like or what.
Ones and
flour.
Bimini, you're doing so well, and then this happened, and I was like, oh dear. I didn't write anything for sister. Oh, she had everything. She had everything. I think they commented on that. I would assume. Yeah. They said probably something to the effect of, "Did you leave anything for the other girls?" But I didn't write anything about her. You neither.
No, I didn't have anything.
Wow. So Taste, though, okay, so she is uncoiling these copper Brio pads, but I haven't seen the season 1. But Bag of Chips also did a similar look, and it wasn't well received. Right?
No, it did not look good. So this was actually one of Bag of Chips' only bad episodes for her. She did not do well with that. I think Taste did better, but yeah, I don't know. I think what was interesting was I was noticing when they were doing the walkthrough that a lot of the queens sort of forgot about the whole superhero sort of feel, right? Like that was part of the challenge. Like Ahura got it. Like was like I'm supposed to be a character here, yeah, so I was like, I don't quite understand where Taste is going with this. Like, what's the character?
Scrub everything up. Scrubby.
Scrubby.
Captain Scrubblot.
Watch out, Potts.
Scouring Captain Taste. I don't know. She could have come up with something though. And Lawrence, the first thing that Ruth said is, "Have you recovered from last week?" And Lawrence is funny. She's like, "Oh, I'm still out of breath." Said that. I don't know why. I don't remember why I wrote down painting the depression on. Painting the depression.
So Raven said the way that that Lawrence paints, because she doesn't have. She wasn't putting color between her real eyebrow and the brow line. So,
right. Yeah. Thank you. Taste cut. I can't read my own writing. So Taste cuts herself. She needs a medic, and this should have been where she switched gears and decided to do something different, because it's like the universe is saying, like, stop, it ain't working.
It ain't working. I'm bleeding, and every comment that I'm making in my confessional is, this is taking a long time.
Don't
abort,
please. Abort submission. Sister and Lawrence Cheney are having a heart-to-heart in the mirror. And this is also maybe leading me up to believe, like, okay, so Sister is definitely either going to shine or fail this episode. I wasn't sure where I felt Lawrence was going to fall, but they're having a heart-to-heart, and Lawrence is talking about how he used humor to overcome bullying growing up. Right. And he said that one time he threw the Bible at a kid that was bullying him and laughed and made that kid laugh. And that's how he knew that he could disarm everybody from laughing. And that's kind of how it's become his armor now, which I thought was nice to hear. And they had a little moment and hug it out. Was there anything else from that moment that you picked up?
Yeah, no, I agree with what he was saying there. I mean, I think I wish I in high school learned that I could be funny, and that might help me get a little bit further from bullying and stuff like that. But it was good to hear.
Yeah,
good message out there.
Just I know. This is definitely Lawrence's season to lose. Because in the arc, really, like, we thought about it like day one. We're like, okay, there's the winner, and then he kept winning, and then he's already had like his fall now, and now he's going to be rising back up. I I think that I would say he's winning. She's winning, like, at this point.
Maybe.
I've
got a new person that I'm rooting
after
for.
next episode, you mean?
After both of these episodes and the last episode, I've got to clear who I want to have.
Well, who you want or who you think will. I mean, I agree. I think
she could. I think she could. She could pull this off. I
agree with you after episode 8.
Yeah.
At this point, I was still thinking that I still do think at this point, Lauren's the front runner here. But after this runway and next week, I can see that shifting a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lauren still takes it. But we'll talk more about that next episode. So Rue comes out in another fucking stunner, this mint green like bodice thing. And I wrote down, now that is a green I could get behind, Miss Veronica.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful green.
Yeah, like Michelle wouldn't hate that green. That was good.
Oh, it was such a pretty color.
Very nice.
It reminded me of something. I can't put my finger on what it is, but it's just like a really perfect mint pastel-y, like Easter egg green. And I loved it. I thought she was so good.
Yeah.
So good. So it's going to be Michelle, obviously as a judge, Graham Norton, and Maya Jama. Do you know who Maya Jama is?
No.
Me neither.
No, I did not.
Every time I heard her name, I was thinking like Mama Jama, or she's a bad Mama Jama. That's what I was always thinking. I can't remember her name. Maya Jama. I was thinking bad Mama Jama.
Right.
Mama Jama. Okay, so these are lockdown superheroes are going to be coming out, and Tace is up first with what I wrote, exfoliant bolt.
Yes.
It's something there. Intense exfoliation. Okay. That's something that could happen in lockdown. We got Lawrence of Chania to tickle your funny bone. We have Ahura COVID-19. And honestly, though, when she went there and then she did whatever she did and her shoulders came out, I was like, if she doesn't Rue doesn't like her. Like, that alone, it should have gotten her the win. Just that.
That outfit is probably so far the best outfit, I think, of the season.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That outfit.
Yeah, spectacular. I don't even remember what Lawrence wore, but hopefully when we start looking at the critiques, I'll remember Lawrence's. And I did also like that she put the nod to wearing masks with the blue kind of glitter mask over her mouth that matched the blue outfit that she was wearing. We got.
Do you not think, though, that blue thing, is that not hilarious that she put that on, and who wore that blue thing coming into the room on the first episode? Sister. So who's copying who now?
Oh.
Full circle.
Okay, I can rationalize what happened with Ahura here.
It looked better on Ahura.
Okay, you know what? I don't know. I mean, hers is a mask. Hers was just like around the mouth. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I didn't understand Sisters.
No.
I understood this.
Yeah.
Ahura was using blue makeup, and it would make sense for the mask to be blue. But I could see that maybe that idea just kind of lingered in the cerebellum, and it came forward in this time because it was already something that she saw. So I could see that she was inspired, even if it was subconsciously, by Sister.
And she did do it better. Ahura did it better.
She did it amazingly. We have Dr. Isabella Blows for is that what it's called? Really? Dr. Isabella Blows? Blows a lot?
Blows a lot, maybe, yeah.
Okay. I said it was a bit crafty. Ellie, exuberant Ellie, kind of an eye roll here. Joy, love, and candy. I don't remember what the outfit looked like, but I'm over Ellie, to be honest. Sister was the Garden of She-Den. I said, okay concept, but looked a bit too messy for me.
Yeah, too much stuff.
Oh,
she made the mistake of grabbing everything and then using everything.
Yeah, don't use it unless you have. Maybe they had to use it all, and we didn't get told that part. But it's definitely have too much going on. It wasn't a cohesive look for me at all. So in the judging tastes, for the most part, they said there wasn't enough garment. So that she basically had all these brio pads, and I thought the upper bodice part looked kind of cool. She just needed a skirt. She had like, and even if she was gonna make it a bodysuit, like it was just like a landing strip size, like
it looked like hair.
It looked like your drag name again? It looks like a landing strip.
Yeah, that's not right. Like nobody wants to see that.
Well, as part of the outfit, I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure there's a time and a place for everything, but
what was it? It was metal pubic hair. That's what I thought Graham Norton said.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And like at the top though was something to work with, because like when I was seeing it and the judges were hesitant, I was like, well, you know, she like it's looking okay. And then she said, I don't remember who it was too, but like, oh, I'm just gonna put like a nice little, I think it was to Bimini probably, just put a nice little strap, a little like da da da. And I was like, no, you can't just go out in a thong with this thing. Like you need to do something on the bottom. It had why didn't she just do something? Something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wrote down she should have changed her idea. And I did write down metal pubic hair. The Lord and Cheney. What I wrote down for a body, it has they said that for a body it has so many dimensions. What did it look like? The IKEA bag.
The IKEA bags. Yeah. I actually wasn't that big of a fan of the look. It was okay. Yeah. The way that they raved about it, I was a little concerned because I was like,
They rave?
Well, they said, I think that they did their usual, like, oh, like we fell in love with you the moment you went around the corner kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, but what does that mean?
I said a bit basic. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't. I like things a little bit more cool and high fashion, not like, I guess I'm not a campy queen, so she's a little more campy, and that look is campy, you know, with the balls and like, I don't know, it's just like not my style of look. But the judges seem to just like everything that she does, even though she's wearing a bodysuit still. Come on, Michelle, read her bodysuit.
Read her.
She did say something about it, but not as badly as she usually goes for people that wear bodysuits. So they thought that Ahora's was like really amazing and versatile. That she had a light fixture as a belt. They loved it, and they felt that this was Ahora's moment to shine. And I think that she really did shine. I think she
definitely.
I think she's shone other times in this competition, but this is the first time I think that they recognized her for her efforts and her creativity and how well she can craft a look. People don't see her vision, and I'm so surprised that she doesn't get more praise for the stuff that she does, because I think that her creativity level is exceptional.
Really I mean, she's young, and she that look was amazing. Amazing.
I couldn't conceptualize that. I don't even know what I would do.
I want something that does that. Like, I mean, it's amazing.
When people piss me off, I'd be like, it's kind
like
of
a hedgehog.
You know, a hedgehog, or do you remember in one of the Jurassic Parks when like it looks like like a dinosaur, and then it's like I want that to scare people off. Leave me alone.
That's right.
Bimini, they recognize that she gets a lot of inspiration from Vivienne Westwood. So they call her a cross, or she calls herself a cross between Vivienne Westwood and Pamela Anderson. I think that's a pretty good assessment of Bimini.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good. I thought that she has she knows her perspective and she knows who she is as a drag queen, and for her to be able to put those two references together, and then they also even can tell that she's lending from Vivienne Westwood's aesthetic. I think she knows her brand.
Yeah, I mean, to pull that with what she had, which she kind of put together at the last minute, is kind of cool. Like that they actually like picked out somebody's look out of that. So,
well, they called her out though, being like, well, "I wish you saw the workroom."
It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I was like scared for Bimini, so
I was scared for Bimini as well with those two branches or like leaves. Like, it was not good at all. Who was next? So Ellie, I don't know who said it. It was probably the guest judge, but I could just eat you. The big doll of Dundee. I don't know. It was Maya's favorite look. Like, really? How? She pays a lot of attention to detail. I thought it was cool when she had like the plunger that was a lolly and like, yeah, but I guess I'm not a candy chic person. Like that's not what I'm like, ooh, cool. Like I want, like, I'm not bubblegum candy. I'd rather be like dripping in blood and like.
Right. I think the good thing she did was she used materials that were harder to work with. I mean, being candy and that. It wasn't one of the best candy looks we've seen on Drag Race, but it probably also wasn't one of the worst. It was just safe. It was safe.
And Sister toned it down, apparently.
I didn't get it. Yeah, toned it down, but what? Did she? She had like everything on her.
Was it? Is it Coco Chanel that says like when you're leaving the house, just take like one thing off, like one piece of jewelry off? Like you never want to be too much jewelry on. Like she had too much on. She needed to edit. It was fabric on top of fabric that like I didn't even remember what was going on, but like wasn't there like a flower coming out of her head and like
she looked like, I think Graham Norton said she looked like a demented children's presenter, which was true. Like it looked like a kid's show, like character that like comes to life and is like, creepy.
If that was what she was going for, then that would be cool. But I don't think it was.
I don't think that's what she was going for.
It made him smile though still. And I wrote down, how did you not mind it? So bad. I thought it was terrible. I wanted something to be tighter and like fitted and like, I don't know, chic. I think it's the chic. I don't like things looking crafty and messy unless it's edited in a way that looks chic. She doesn't look chic. Pedestrian, we'll say. So in Untucked, Taste is expecting to lip sync here, and Sister also feels with her critique that she's going to be lip syncing. Sister, though, she loves pointing fingers. She calls out Ellie, saying that she didn't think Ellie's look was that strong. I was like, you should be like pointing at yourself and with those, critiques, because your look was.
Yeah, pick your battles. You've already heard the critiques. Like, Ellie's not in trouble here.
Not at all. But I guess that Ellie's putting her foot down. So did she stand up to Sister?
Yeah, she was kind of like, I've had enough. I know I don't have a badge yet, but like she's like, but I'm still here and I can still do well. And yeah, and she said I got good critiques. Mm-hmm.
So on the runway, they're all called back, and I didn't really write down that much in the end, but Ahura finally wins her own Ruview badge, which is quite amazing. I think she deserved it. Who would be a second there? Nobody was really a close second.
Maybe. No, I didn't have anybody as a second. I said Ahura has to win this.
Yeah, she has to. It was a phenomenal look. And so I didn't even write down what song the lip sync was, but it was between Taste and Sister. I didn't have any doubt that Taste was going to win. She's
Yeah.
She's just more entertaining, in my opinion. Then Sister, we've been waiting for Sister to leave, basically. And so, yeah. She said that her when what's her name was leaving, I think she said advice her nan gave her, ... I forgot. So that's how exits Miss Sister. And I didn't
see you later. No.
I didn't miss her when I was watching this week, episode 8. I enjoyed this episode, but I didn't enjoy this episode. What did you think? Overall thoughts of episode 8?
Oh, I think that me and you are going to have some different opinions on things this episode.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yes. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't think so. Maybe not.
We'll see. We'll see.
So yes, we got reminded that Ahura finally won one and sent Miss Sister packing. So I'm happy that they were there having the battle of the looks, and I was happy that Ahura came out on top here because I do enjoy Ahura's drag more than I enjoy Sister's.
Me too. I still don't understand what Sister's character is. Just never got it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Don't get it. Lawrence, though, thinks that Tace is on a bit of a rocky road and that it's potential that Tace might be out next or soon. So I thought it was interesting because I didn't think that Tace's was that bad to expect that she's on like this like really rocky road. Like so she's not good at sewing. So I don't know. I thought it was interesting that Lawrence thought that.
Yeah, she seemed to be spiraling a little bit. Tace was getting quite like down on herself, and then getting kind of. I don't know. I really like Tace. I think Tace is a great character for the show, she kind of. I think she took it to heart, and maybe she's just because she's been in the bottom a couple times.
Yeah.
So maybe. Yeah.
It's always with these design ones, Anyways, I think I could be wrong. So, wait. Oh, because Ahura and Lawrence have a little bit of a back and forth about whether or not she's going to be able to out-badge Lawrence, which I don't think is possible. Lawrence is definitely the golden boy. Even when Lawrence doesn't do well, only one time she's had to lip sync, but they still give her praise. So I don't think that they like Ahura no matter what as much as they like at all. So Bimini, though, decides to call out Ellie for having 0 badges. I was like, okay, Bimini.
Yeah, the badges matter, like big time over here.
And then it became like some like Scots versus Brits thing, with like Lawrence and Ellie kind of like huddling and being like, ah, and like the other Brits.
Yeah.
Like, hey. Which I thought makes sense now why Lawrence gets mad with Ellie a little bit later. I'll probably come back and refer to this moment later on because that's a lot to talk about, I think, in that little, what I'm talking about. So Tace, though, one thing that she said in the diary room that I loved, and I'm writing a TV show right now, and it's based on my experience as a flight attendant. And so I'm going to be pulling, obviously, my own stories that I've experienced or people that I've flown with. And then I have one of my best friends. She worked for Emirates. And so she has lots of international stories. So I'm definitely going to make the airline be international. And I 100% am going to base a flight attendant after Tace. Like the things that she says and she comes, she's like, I don't even know where I get this shit from. I don't know where she gets the shit from. The things that she says are just like, what?
What was the line? Because it was like 2 sentences and it was fantastic. It was like something about coming out of, I don't know what's coming out of my mouth, or I forget what the line was. I was like, that's going to be a gift tomorrow. Like,
well, this is. I wrote down. Stace doesn't know where this shit comes from, but I didn't write down the line. Should I try to find it?
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so funny.
Let me try to find the line because, like, I she's just so funny.
Yeah.
And like she just thinks of things that I would never ever think of. Ever. And I know where she's from, but like she's just so good. Come on, let's see. Drag Race UK. Where is she? Okay, season 2, episode 8. Let's see if I can find it. Well, but while I'm looking for it,
Drag Race UK.
I guess it would be kind of near the beginning, right? Where is it?
Yeah, because it was like when she was talking about her thing, and
okay, yeah. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna put it so you can look too. Hold on, let's do this.
she's had great lines. Like
all of hers are so funny.
Yeah.
Like I want to be her for Snatch Game if I was ever on one of these things. So, it before or after the mini?
I think it was before.
Maybe. Okay, hold on.
That might have been it where she was laughing there.
Come on. Why you buffering? Have you internet, right? Yeah.
Put it in the bin, you absolute hounds. Only one of us can win. Fla-di-da-di-da-di-da, swinging around the mulberry bush can only go on so long. Oh, what's the name again, Sister Mister? Wipe the floor with it, didn't I? Then I'll do it again. But at the end of the day, I need to burn this mulberry bush and you're all going down with it, because I got to win. So back up. I don't know what comes out of my mouth. I don't know where this shit comes from.
Well, that was it.
It was the mulberry bush stuff.
I don't know where what comes out of my mouth. I don't know where this shit comes from. Put that on a GIF. That's fantastic.
It was so good. But it's like even like bring it around the mulberry bush. I'm like I know this. Do you know that song?
Write it out.
Do you know it though?
All around the mulberry bush?
Monkey dink to me, like the reference to that note. So I was like catching that reference and I was like,
yeah.
So witty. Oh, so good. Let me look. I think that she is a Gemini, which means that she's gonna have the gift of gab. Let's see.
Oh.
I think May 28th, yes, is a Gemini. So Gemini are generally like people, they like socializing, they like interacting with people, they like talking, they like communicating with multiple people all the time. So I think she's really on brand with being a Gemini, with like her wit and banter and how she expresses herself. She's so funny. So Ellie is defensive about her plays and kind of asking people if anybody thought that she would make it to Final 5. And Ahura says like, oh, I thought you'd make it to Final 5. I just think that you're going to be leaving here. And I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Ahura, don't say things like that because you'll either be lip syncing against her and she'll stay, or you're going to be the one that goes home. Like, you got to be, I really think that you just, maybe you just need to not say things so they can edit when you're going to be sent home. You just have to like not do those sound bites because we know.
Because I think wasn't Lawrence saying stuff too at this point? Like Lawrence was kind of like, like
everything
about the badges. They got into the badges again. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it would have been maybe before this part.
Okay.
I think so. I don't remember actually specifically. I don't know. But Rue comes out and as boy, and he's kind of in like some 70s chic look. So I thought the challenge would be like a dated challenge, like a 70s theme or 80s, 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s. But it wasn't. It was a macho drag lips or like a karaoke moment to Kitty Girl.
Yes. It's a little confusing. One of those moments where you go, okay, RuPaul's Drag Race.
We should maybe go back to the drawing board for this one because he's just all like, hey, Kitty Girl. And like people just like terrible. So I thought the boy drags were interesting.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ahura was turning Ellie on. She's kind of doing a little bit of an S&M type mask look. I didn't write down anybody else's.
I thought Tace was looked the best and sang the best. I thought Tace was the performer. Like
red hair, red beard. That was Tace.
Yeah.
She's kind of like a rocker. She kind of like a little bit of what's his name? Mick Jaggery, a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of Mick Jagger, I've actually danced with him once.
Oh wow!
I was at the W in Montreal, and like my friends worked there, so I was just always there. And he was like, I think he just did a concert or something, and like he was just, I didn't full like he was like over here and I was here, but like he does do that, like.
Love it.
So sometimes I'll do, like, my friends will be like, do Mick Jagger for us, please. Can you do Mick for us, please? I can't do it as well. Like, this was obviously like 15 years ago, so I don't remember all the nuances of it. But in the real time, I was good.
All right, next week she's bringing that as well.
Okay, so I'm going to go as Mick Jagger is going to be my drag inspiration for Fellatio Bit. That is it. Actually, that's interesting.
That could work.
Okay, hold on. I might be coming up with a concept here that I didn't even know for my persona. Like maybe that's
or we're getting tired. Or
yeah, we're getting tired. Thank you. But I was surprised by the winner of this challenge was Ellie.
Yeah, I didn't get the winner. No,
I didn't think
that was that was, we know what the reward is. Who is going to do something with this reward? That's what I think it was.
Absolutely. Yeah. Ellie was going to be the one person that, well, they may not have known what she was going to do, but she would be the most interesting to see what she did with the power.
Yeah.
Yes. Basically. So what the next challenge is going to be is that they're going to have to write a stand-up set on love and relationships. Now, stand-up is pretty hard. Well, or can be pretty challenging if you're not used to it. But I just wish that they practiced. Because, like, we were going on Drag Race. There's going to be some sort of thing where you need to do tons of jokes. So I'm just wondering why, like, they had these reads that they had ready to go. Why didn't they maybe think of just some jokes just to maybe tell a story depending on what the challenges might be? Like, it would be part of my arsenal of my weapons that I'm bringing to Drag Race. So I'm bringing the outfits, I'm bringing the makeup, I'm bringing the wigs. They're probably told that they're going to have to do like an all white look or a feather look or a jewel. Like, all these different potential looks that they might have to do. So they bring some of the stuff to facilitate this. But like, don't they think to bring some jokes?
Yeah, especially the ones that struggle. I mean, you need to have something in your like in your bag of tricks, right?
I would 100% bring some damn jokes.
Yeah.
Because once you have it, like if you have like 10 jokes, you can make it an outline for anything.
You can make it about and you can make it about anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything. And so I think that the people that didn't do that well, or that were worried that they weren't going to do well, really dropped the ball where they could have at least been okay. And then they would have known them really well. That's another thing that hinders people that are not comfortable with performing stand-up, is that they don't know the material well enough, that they get nervous, and then it doesn't have the flow. Because sometimes it's funny just in the delivery. And if you bring it up and you don't do like the 1, 2, 3 and like have it, it's an art, and there's like timing to it all. And Tay should know this as a dancer. Like, you want to hit something on the right beat, and like there's a build up and crescendo. Like, that musicality, it's also in stand-up comedy, and they also didn't know the material well enough to perform it well. So I was worried for most people for this challenge. Pretty much I was worried for Ellie, Ahura and Tace. I thought that Bimini was going to be fine. I thought that Lawrence, no matter how bad she was going to do, she was always going to be fine because she knows how to deliver a line.
Yeah.
So performing in front of a live audience of inanimate objects. So I was like, okay, so tables and chairs. I was surprised by the inanimate objects that they chose, which we'll talk about later. They do have Alan Carr that's going to be giving a little bit of advice and help on their stand-up shticks, which I think is great. They think they all need some help here. And Dawn French is going to be the guest judge. You know Dawn French? Yeah, you smile.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh, yes. So, well, Dawn French and Saunders.
Oh, was
absolutely fabulous. And then she was also in one of my favorite British shows, The Vicar of Dibley, which was wonderful. My favorite one of that is when there's the big wedding scene and the bridesmaids are all Teletubbies. It's a good show.
Say it again.
Say what?
What? Sorry,
The Vicar of Dibley. Oh, the bridesmaids, they all dressed up as Teletubbies.
This is a real wedding? Or
well, it's for the wedding on the show. So it was the wedding episode. So
it froze, so I missed it. I'm like, who? But you know, it's so British humor because I was telling you last week about Footballers' Wives that I'm doing a rewatch and how like they go to the extremes. And there's like 2 weddings that I can remember in this show. One, they were pretending to be like the woman was coming out, laying down as Sleeping Beauty, and she was sleeping, carried by the 7 dwarves, and she gets to the altar and
oh no! Oh, she's gone. There she goes. She's coming back.
Oh my god! I said the whole thing. Where did it stop?
The Sleeping Beauty.
Okay,
I think it was
bride, and she's Sleeping Beauty, and she's just laying there, and she's being carried by these 7 dwarfs to the altar, and her Prince Charming comes and kisses her, and she wakes up and she goes and marries her prince. So that was one of the weddings in the show, and then the other one was this black couple, and it was a full-on like African wedding where she was being carried like dressed in like full-on native African garb, and like there's like lions around her. Like it was definitely like an African wedding. But it was pretty extreme. Like it was quite outlandish, like loincloths and all. But it wasn't in that part of Africa. Like it was like everybody else was dressed like a normal wedding. Anyways, I loved it. It shows creativity to me. So I think it's part of the British humor to have these like ridiculous weddings. Ridiculous. But yes, I started watching Kath and what's it called?
Oh, good. Kath and Kim.
I loved it. I can't. I've definitely seen most of the first season. It's so good.
Sharon.
Oh, and now I want to go back and watch Tace's Snatch Game because my friend Karen was saying that Tace did a really, really good job. And now, like, remembering back, I'm like, oh, she was pretty good. But I want to see it again now that I really know the physicality and, like, the temperament of that character. So.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you like it. It's good. It's a great show.
So good. So good. So Ellie gets to pick the order, which is where the drama begins.
Yes.
So she wants the order to be Ahura, Ellie, Bimini, Lawrence, then Tace. And Lawrence is fuming for the fact that she did this order, saying that she set up everybody to fail, including herself. Well, now I see Ellie's point of view to be putting it in this order because she feels as though Ahura is going to be doing the worst, that she wants to go after whomever she thinks is going to be doing the worst.
Yeah.
Bimini to be right in the middle, because Bimini's probably going to do a great job. And then Lawrence having to follow Bimini. She's going to have to do an even better job if Bimini gets, the audience on her side. And then Tace not being that strong is going to have to close the show after being after the two better, most likely better performers here. So I thought that strategically she put herself in the best spot. She had to go second, no matter what. She's going second, either against Tace or Ahura.
Yeah,
that's just it.
The truth is, and I think it was Tace that said it, is no matter where you go, you have to have a good set to do well. And that was what you have to focus on, is making sure that you have a good set. Now, there is some, like if you go first and it's a dead crowd, it's hard to get them to get started. Or if somebody kills it and then like it's hard to follow them and make yourself look good. But yeah, that was a lot of drama for people that were saying to Ellie, you need to win a badge to prove yourself. And then go, well, we wouldn't have done that to you. And I'm like, I don't buy that for a second. I don't think that they would have even cared where they put Ellie, like at all. They wouldn't have even worried about that. Lawrence has been going on about how funny he is. He should have been fine with any of those 5 spots.
Now, I said I was going to bring it up again when they had that whole Scots versus Brits. I'm wondering if that's more so where he was being offended, because Ellie didn't put Lawrence in a place that he wanted to see him succeed. Right. I think can do well in any position that she would have been, but I think that because she thought that there was a camaraderie with them being from Scotland, that maybe Ellie would be willing to put her in a position where she would do well because they're trying to get Scots to the end, but she just really didn't care, painted them all with the same brush and said, fuck you too, to Lawrence. So that's what I think where...
Yeah, and again, though, I kind of remember Lawrence has sort of been chiming in every so often and not really defending Ellie much. I feel like it's a little Lawrence wants to be the star and thinks she's the star, and Ellie needs to make a move. And yeah, I thought it was, and the fact that they kept going, and I was just like, they're using this as a crutch if they fail. That's what it is, and they're setting themselves up not to do well. So they just need to get. Taste was right. Get it out of your head. This is done. Now go ahead and do well.
Exactly.
It's a competition.
Exactly. Lawrence thought it should be a shit sandwich with putting Bimini and him on the ends and the other 3 in the middle.
Right. So what does that mean, though? Right there. So, what is he saying in that sentence? He's saying, well, Ellie, you should put yourself in the middle because you're shit.
Or maybe she could take it as that maybe she's going to be on the outside. Maybe she's going to be part of the bread, not part of the sandwich.
I don't think she was putting her on the bread. I think she wanted Bimini as far away from her just in case Bimini did well. So.
Definitely very, very true. I don't know who said it, but yikes on a bike. Is that a saying? I've never heard that one before.
I didn't even hear that.
Yikes on a bike. I think
yikes on a bike.
Yeah, Ellie said
that sounds like Tace.
No, Ellie said it to Tace, I think.
Oh, okay.
Kind of sitting beside each other in the workroom. So is this on the runway? Ahura, I put Grandma's crude story. Did they have a walkthrough?
Oh, the walkthrough. The walkthrough.
And I mean, this could work, Grandma's being crude can be funny. You just it has to be about the timing. Boom, Ellie, this is pretty much her moment to shine, and she's going to be coming out with dirty. Oh, it's in front of. It's not in the workroom.
Alan.
It was on the stage with Alan. So that makes more sense. So the Grandma Crude story I think was a good angle to go down, and he was kind of giving her some encouragement here. But she doesn't know how to construct a story
into a set. Yeah, into a
set. I couldn't really tell what she was going to do, and it didn't seem to me like it was going to be good. So I was worried. Ellie, this is her moment to shine, obviously, because she picked the order, and she's going after someone that she thinks was not going to perform very well. And she wants to bring out Dirty Diamond, with these
yes
jokes and getting kind of like, I didn't get it. Did you get it?
I didn't get it. It was odd. Like during the part with Alan, it was odd. I think I was laughing because Alan was laughing, but I don't know if I would have laughed regularly. But it was, yeah, it wasn't awful, but it was, yeah.
I guess it's not what I find funny. So
yeah,
that's the problem for me. Bimini, she does a little bit of her set, and he's like, "Oh, you must have done stand-up before," and she does say twice, and there was a confidence in just her practicing or rehearsing with him, and it was just there was no stress about it. She's just kind of delivering, like she doesn't make things mean too much, which is I think why she's so likable, is that she's not desperate about doing well, looking good, performing her best, being the best stand-up person. Like she's just kind of shining without looking for recognition in a way that seems desperate. And that quiet confidence is really excellent, especially in this challenge.
Yeah, she's come back from the break of the COVID break. In the last couple episodes, it's just she's got this. Even when it was like the design challenge and it wasn't her thing. She has this confidence of, I'm just going to do what I can do, and it's nice. It's like it's what she's showing who she is.
Yeah,
always.
I really like that. I am surprised though that she's a Taurus. Now, I didn't picture her to be a Taurus. The Tauruses, though, but now that I think about it, yeah, I can understand why she's a Taurus. Tauruses like things that are sensory, sensual, tactical, or is that the word I want? Where you things that you can touch, taste, smell, experience. Like they like things that are grounded in the material world. So fashion, clothes, things that touch the body, it's usually what they enjoy and they like, or food and things that like they can have a sensory experience. And so I think that that's why we're enjoying her drag, because there's there's so many layers and there's so many textures and there's so many there's more experience that what she does right now. And I think that is because she's a Taurus, and I usually only like fire signs and air signs, you know what I mean? Because I get that they're heady, just smart, whatever, but she's bringing an element that is more unfamiliar to me that I'm very engaged with. So I'm liking a lot what she's bringing to the table.
Oh yeah. Fantastic.
Lot. Lawrence has a joke about subtitles that I don't really remember, I guess because she's from Scotland.
Yeah, so she did a joke and it was okay, but then she said, "For you guys in America, here are the subtitles," and Alan was just like edit. It was just like an edit sort of feel, tell the joke, but you don't need the run-on joke.
Exactly. Well, I just want to see when Lawrence was born. Oh, she's another air sign. I like air signs. I think Taste was Gemini. Lawrence is a Libra. And I think, what is Ahura? These are the people that I like their aesthetics and their drag. Ahura, Drag Race. Okay. Where are you, Ahura? I feel like she's also a Libra. So they're all air signs. That's probably why, you're like, why do you like that girl? And I'm like, I love air signs and I love Libras. I think that Libras are the most beautiful signs. That's what they're actually known for. They're ruled by Venus, right? So they have a sense of a sensuality and a femininity and a beauty that exudes from them being, having Venus be their governing planet. So that's probably also why I love Ahura and Taste so much, because I just think that they're so beautiful. And that's a perfect match for Aquarius. I think if I were to ever get married, I think I would have to marry a Libra. I think I would.
Just putting that out there to the listeners.
Yes, come to me. I would love to marry a Libra. Thank you. They're so good looking though. It's just they're always so good looking. Okay, so what happens next? Tace has her stand-up set about beans and toast, and I gotta say, I fucking love beans and toast on toast. Yeah. Like that's
so British.
It is really British. I didn't realize that I have some Britishisms in me, but I love beans and toast, and I do have a cup of tea at least once a day.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I'm a true Brit at heart.
Yeah, no, that is a regular dinner. Like it's not soup and a sandwich; it's beans on toast over there. It is.
I do. I'm like, yeah, it's so British. I even buy the English style ones from Heinz. I love them. She's planning on looking stunning so that her mediocre comedy won't be noticed. She's just gonna look better, and so it can outshine her bad comedy. When they came into the workroom, though, after this, I thought that their outfits are so cool. Like, that's something else that the Brits do, in my opinion, better than the US, is like their cash looks. A looks completely different, and B, they look so cool. Like, their outfits are cool. I remember.
Like, where are they getting this stuff?
With Tace and Ahura, for sure. Especially Tace. Because, like, I remember when I used to go to England for the summer. I remember one summer I was like staying with my cousin and all that stuff, and like I went shopping all the time, and like I just brought back a whole like suitcase of like the coolest clothes, and they were 6 months ahead of Canada, and so I came with these boots that were like so cool, and people were like, oh my god, like what are you wearing? And then like 6 months later, like had the same boots, and mine were all like old at that point. I'm like, it was cool still, but it came 6 months later. So yes, they're just one step ahead over there for fashion, and I love it. I love their look. I
still feel that they're that way.
Probably.
Like, they're still just totally ahead.
Like I need to start looking and really paying attention to UK fashion trends, because I've been sitting at home doing nothing, wearing t-shirts and shorts. Like I have not been doing anything look-wise. And I was talking to my friend. She's like, oh my God, wouldn't you give it like anything just to go to an event? We had to dress up. Oh, I just want an event where I had to like go get my makeup done and rent a dress.
Oh,
I want one. Okay, it's coming. Manifest. But their outfits are always so effing cool in the UK. A little bit of mirror talk, which got me a little bit worried, with Tace talking about only dating one guy when she was 18, and ended up getting 2 STDs from this person, and that moment kind of changed her. She felt violated. She felt like taken advantage of, like her innocence maybe stolen a little bit from this experience, and since then, she hasn't really allowed herself to be vulnerable in a relationship, because she kind of was like, she had that vulnerability stolen from her from that person that wasn't completely open with her. And I wrote down there, oh no, I'm scared for Tace.
Tace, yeah.
Like, so scared. And then I was like, I wrote down after, I'm like, I hope it's in redirect and Ellie goes home. I was hoping. So the challenges, this runway is make him gag, which is a nice little deep throat kind of gag, which kind of pun there. Yeah. Rue comes out looking phenomenal. Gold dress, rusty, like orangey, rusty kind of hair.
Her hair was wonderful. Like, it went so well with the dress. It was great.
So good.
And Michelle looked amazing.
Yes. I love that she's just going with her gray streaks. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that she's enhancing it to make it perfect like that, because I can't imagine that it grows perfectly like that. But she's working with some gray hair, and she's working it right. She's doing a really good job, I think. So first up, as we know, is going to be Ahura, and she's going to be making some crude jokes about her grandma. But what did she say that they bleeped out?
No clue. It must have been horrendous.
Well, like, what did she say?
Like, because it wasn't even just bleeped out, like for the BBC. It was bleeped out on everything. On Out TV, it's been bleeped out. Like, I didn't bleep out anything. Like,
I still want to find it and see if anybody like is able to transcribe it or something, because I'm like, wow, like I need to know what you
get bleeped on RuPaul's Drag Race. It's got to be pretty crude. Like, it's got to be pretty good.
I want maybe the bleep becomes a joke of it, because maybe. I can't imagine what you're gonna say that's like that bad.
Well, whatever it was, they laughed.
I know. Probably just like out of discomfort.
Yeah.
And like, holy vulgar. I don't know if Ivor said that or they did, but what did she say in the beeps? One thing
I wrote funny but odd. I wrote it was funny, but it was odd to me.
Yeah, she got a little bit nervous. And like that Rue was that she helped her out there with being like, how fun is she? Or like she kind of like lobbied it back to her so she could hit it again. Which I thought it was a really, really kind, even though they're the judges, they still were being nice and responsive and like helped her out, even though she was stumbling on the stage there a little bit. Right. I think though that she had a decent outro and intro to Ellie Diamond saying she may be tall, but her cocks are small. Miss Ellie Diamond! So that was okay. Like,
oh yeah. That's a great roast thing.
Exactly. So I wrote down for Ellie, I didn't understand this comedy. I didn't understand what happened. I didn't understand like the deep voice thing, alter ego. I could see it working and being fun. I just didn't get it at all.
Yeah. I thought what was funny about it was simply just it was her doing it, which was like, what the hell is going on? Because it was like, this is not Ellie Diamond in any way that we've known Ellie Diamond. And so that, like, it was, again, another sort of like awkward laugh. It was like, okay, this is crazy. but yeah, I don't know. It was just so out there. And even like the end of the kissing the frog and I didn't get it. But it was somewhat funny because I didn't get, like, I don't know if I was reacting again to the judges or I don't know.
I didn't laugh. I didn't pay attention. I didn't take any notes. I didn't get it. I was just hoping that it was enough to send her home. I'm sorry, Ellie. You are a sweet soul. You're young. You will get better. But I felt that please let this be the end of the road here for Miss Ellie. But they were laughing too, or they were giving her too much praise about it. That I was like, oh dear, they're going to keep her. They're going to keep her. But then Bimini comes, and Bimini, she had an excellent set.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Not a joke, just a fact. Like having that
just a fact.
The loop around.
1, 2, 3. Like she did, like boom. She had a set. Like it was done. Like,
and she looked gorgeous. And she was just like this ease and casualness about her delivery and the not just a joke, just a fact. Not a joke, just a fact. The sex, yoga, and brunch joke was like, it was shocking, but like it was excellent. Yeah. I thought that she was the winner of this challenge, hands down. Looked the best. I thought best set so far, anyways, and I was pretty impressed by Miss Bimini.
Yeah, definitely. She was the best set.
Next up was Lawrence. I'm like, who was this? I didn't write down the name person. I'm like, the camel toe in the room. Oh, and I'm like, oh, right. It was Lawrence Chaney. Funny. She was funny.
Yeah, I thought she was funny at the beginning, and then I thought I was really like, okay, get to the point with the joke. Like it was getting kind of like, and then what the joke was, I was just like, it wasn't that funny. Like I don't know. I didn't think. Lawrence is bothering me or something. I don't know. I'm just not feeling Lawrence anymore. So
Spaghetti-O.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I thought that she had something going, but whatever they showed, I didn't get really. And talked about like the alphabet-getty, I love you and alphabet-getty, and I think that she had something that she was working with, but I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, she did well when it was the beans on toast part, and she's like, how to make it, and she's rolling on the floor. That was funny. And then she got into alphagetti, and I was like, okay, enough with the food. Like,
yeah.
No.
Okay,
but she looked good. She did promise that she was going to go out there and look good, and she did look good.
She did.
All her stuff.
I still think that Bimini looked best. I liked her look the best.
Yeah.
So the runway is going to be stowed on the runway, and Ahura, I thought her outfit was actually sick. That
was the best outfit.
Sick. It was really good. Basically, like all white jewels, and she was carrying out a jeweled IV bag on the rack thing. Like, who thinks of that? That is exceptional. And like, I wonder what Sister would have done if like she was still here for this competition. It would be something more. But I thought it was a really good idea. I wouldn't even have thought of it. So I'm impressed, very impressed. For Ellie, I wrote she looks cute, but it was the same as I always see her look with those kind of little thing skirts.
I actually think that was Ellie's worst look. I think that was not a good look for Ellie. It was boring.
Okay. It was okay. I don't know. Bimini, it like wasn't. I thought that Ahura's look was better for my taste, but it was so interesting and weird. She had like all these zits all over her face and then like all over her jacket. And remember I was talking about the texture? Like she has these textures and like it creates a feeling within you that's a little bit visceral. So I found it was very interesting on what she presented. I preferred Ahura's aesthetic, but I thought it was very cool. It was something different. I wasn't expecting to see jeweled pimples, as I think it was Michelle said. I wasn't expecting to see that. So she wins it for creativity for me here.
Yeah.
Lawrence, I don't remember what she did, but I wrote B movie alien chicness.
Oh, the pink outfit with the crystals on the head. I liked her. I thought her makeup was fantastic. I thought her headpiece was good. I didn't like the outfit.
It was okay. It fit the brief. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. I wasn't wowed, but it wasn't bad, I didn't think. And then Tace, I thought looked sexy. I thought that she should have maybe worn more clothes, though, because I think that last week she wasn't wearing enough fabric. And so I think that she should have maybe did something a little bit different to show that she can use fabric and not just use her body.
I wrote down that I was like, I'm not sure, but I have this weird feeling that we saw a very similar outfit to this already. So
taste. So with their critiques, they didn't really like Ahura's. They weren't as mean as I thought they were going to be, but Michelle was basically saying that she went from Nan to anal a little bit too quickly. And they weren't able to catch up on that pace to be with her in that scene. So they did say that she looked stunning and that her headpiece was a nod to RuPaul. What was the nod that they're referring to? Actually, maybe I've seen it before. Maybe I have. I want to see the nod to RuPaul's Headdress. What would you say the headdress was? What would you? How would you look it up?
Let me see.
Oh, she has tons. Because I feel like there was like one of her like cover photos was that RuPaul, you know, like with that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the reference, but I don't remember RuPaul's hair being like that. Ellie,
I don't know.
I'll see if I can find it. Ellie said she didn't really land the punchline, and that's my point. Like, I didn't get the joke because she never made the joke. It was just like a character that was acting interesting and telling some stories, but the story didn't have ability to get a middle and an end. Like, that's one thing with that Bimini did really well is she telling a story. And then she also had like something that she could loop back around. So you have to do that in threes usually just to make it land the third time. And, you know, but it always has a beginning, middle, and end. Like anytime you're telling a story, it has a beginning, middle, and end, whether it's comedy, whether it's drama, whatever.
Yeah.
So for me, I didn't find that Ellie's had a beginning, middle, and end. So I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what's happening here? And the judges agreed. There was no punchline. There's no build-up.
Nope, and I agree.
There's no crescendo. It's boring. It's just bad. Bimini, they were saying that there was an actress that she looked like, and I agree. Actually, I was thinking that she reminded me of somebody on the stage for the. It wasn't for the runway though. Do you think it was for the runway they were talking about? I thought it was for the comedy part. She reminded me of somebody, but.
I thought it was the runway. Because I think they said you look like right now somebody. They're like, who is that?
Who did she look like? She has been reminding me of somebody. But she thought it was Meryl Streep, which I thought was hilarious because she.
That was very quick too. Oh, Meryl Streep, yeah, like that was funny.
Thank you, Bimini, for being so damn witty. And they recognize that she pushes boundaries, and this is kind of what we've been saying that we like about her. Like it didn't land in the beginning. And she even brings this up with the judges, I believe. You know, her first, or maybe it was Untucked, I can't remember. But her first look, she was dancing for her life. And now look at where she's come. She's won 2 challenges back to back, I believe. Like she has 3 badges. She's just going up on an upward trajectory. And I'm happy that this is her journey.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm glad she stayed. I think she, when you first meet her, like it could be kind of off-putting. It's like, well, what is this?
Yeah.
But she, wonderful. I'm really hoping she wins.
I mean, I would love for her to win more than Lawrence to win because that's the type of queen I prefer. Like, I like the fashion weirdos. So. Yeah, she would be who I'd want to support. She would be probably have been who I would have picked on my team, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked Lawrence, I don't think. Maybe for points or something. Like she would.
Because I remember like the first episode, both me and you were like, I don't know who this Bimini is. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been funny who would have got her because I know she wouldn't have been either of our number one. Off the bat.
But we might have picked her though. I might have picked her though. The looks, because we would have been doing like some pre-season like assessment. And so I would have seen some of her looks, and I probably would have liked her looks more than the other people. But after the first episode, like, there's no way. We're like, oh, she's out next, or maybe episode 3. I don't even think she's gonna make it that far. Episode 2, she was kind of like, she got a little bit better. Her gimmick didn't work with the paints, and then by episode 3, we're like, no, okay, she's good. Yeah. She's very good. Lawrence, they refer to the camel toe joke again, and they did feel that she's the most natural comic, and it's quite natural of a comic. Like she's good. She's good at being a comedian, but she wasn't better than Bimini this time around. No. So Taste is last in the critique, and Michelle thought that she was going to suck, but she actually didn't. So I guess that's kind of a compliment. She didn't suck. I don't think anybody actually sucked. My least favorite actually was Ellie's. Ahora's, I thought that it was really vulgar, and I think that she could have used the same stuff reconfigured and changed the delivery, and she could have probably had a good set. But I think that she just doesn't know how to craft a set well. And Taste, I like her, so I just think I enjoyed it more.
There were parts of Taste that was funny. So yeah, I think Taste would have been okay, but yeah. So who was your bottom two?
I mean, I was thinking that it was probably going to be Ahura and Ellie.
Yeah, after hearing the critiques, I thought it would be Ahura and Ellie. I actually had written down for myself. I was hoping Lawrence and Taste were in the bottom.
Ooh. I didn't think that was going to happen. But I was like, I wanted it to be Ellie, but I was like, no. They mentioned, having a little fling-ting between Ahura and Taste, and that they're best friends and they're roommates, and they both didn't do a good job. And Taste got the mirror talk today. I was like, they're probably going to
put producers
against each other and save Ellie because nobody wanted Ellie to be in the final four. And yeah, basically nothing really happened in Untucked, but that was pretty much what happened. Bimini, no surprise, won this challenge. Lawrence was safe, and Ellie was safe.
Yeah,
and they did make Ahura and Taste.
Yeah,
together. And I was mad about it because I thought that on the runway, Ahura looked so good that I was hoping that it was enough to pull up her comedy just a little bit. But the producers wanted that moment where they're dancing against friends.
Yeah, they definitely weren't the bottom two, in my opinion. So
they weren't, or they were?
They weren't. I thought everybody was quite close, and although Ahura was rude in language, I thought Ahura's outfit was fantastic and way better than anybody else's.
That's what I'm saying. Part of when I want to see a queen stay is for the potential of what they might bring to the table next week. I kind of have an idea what Ellie's going to bring.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of cutesy. It's going to be a little A-line skirt or a whatever that's called. Those kind of skirts that pin out a little bit.
Yeah.
And she's going to have some big hair and some bobbly earrings. And cool. That's it. But
she's done well. I mean, she's done well, but I don't think she's going to bring much more. We need
I've seen it. I've seen what she's going to do. She has never done a winning the show look yet. And I feel as though Ahura has done many show-stopping looks.
Yeah.
And so basically they say "I love you, bitch" to each other, and they have to lip sync to "You Don't Have to Say You Love Me." Didn't think it was a great song. I thought that was a bit of a bitch move to not give them a decent song to dance to. And I was hoping that was going to be a double Chantele, but it wasn't.
No.
It was a Chantele Taste by Ahura. So sad. I didn't like it.
Very sad. Yeah.
Hated it. Did she have an outro, a line that she said when she left?
She did, but I don't remember what it was. I do remember her saying something. So,
I don't remember. I didn't write it down. I was rushing at the end. I'm it's getting late. But I'm sure we'll be reminded of it tomorrow or next week when we see episode 9.
Yeah.
Wow, we're almost done though. I'm sure there's maybe 2 episodes left.
Yeah, usually, or at least last season they went to a final 3. So I think it's 2. And if Ellie doesn't do a miracle right now, Ellie's going to be out.
She has to be out. I can't have to take out any of those people. Any of them. No. Maybe it'll be bottom 2 with Lawrence and Ellie, and then Lawrence will stay. Maybe they'll get that drama.
The Scottish fight, right? That's what they'll want. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, as usual, I love talking about this show with you. It's so fun.
Yes.
I can't believe we're almost come to an end. That means that we've been doing this for 2 months, over 2 months now. Yeah, pretty much, which is pretty awesome. That time in 2021 is still flying by.
It is.
Wow. But I love the show. I love covering it with you. Do you have anything going on you want to share with the people?
No, nothing too crazy. I mean, you can head over on Facebook to Good Time Games with Adam and Phil if you want. We got some games that are going on. And yeah, no, I mean, just enjoying, reality TV. We're doing Amazing Race Australia. We've got this going on. I know Big Brother is launched this week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's getting busy. I mean, at least this one is winding down, and we'll catch up very soon to the Amazing Race, and that will be winding down. And then the Bachelor is winding down, so that's really great that I'll be able to just mostly focus on Big Brother. And then I may start doing Married at First Sight. Have you seen this show?
No, but I do know. Doesn't Puya cover that?
I think he covers it. I don't know if he covers that or 90 Day Fiance or both.
Right.
I don't know what the difference between the two, even though I've only seen 90 Day Fiance, but I don't know what Married at First Sight is because I don't think I've ever seen an episode. But I've been told that I have to, and season 12 is full of drama. Oh. And you have to watch this season. You have to watch it. So I might dip my toe in to see if I enjoy it and maybe cover it. So it looks like it'll just be like the Big Brother and maybe Married at First Sight very soon, in 2 weeks.
All right.
So if you want to find me here, you can, on Reality or Realness with 3 S's. Please subscribe. And then also you can find me on Reality Pop. And so that's a new reality television channel that I'm going to be broadcasting my Big Brother feeds through, my feeds. And they also do a lot of Survivor over there. I believe that when we start the OG season or season 37 of the challenge, that will be done over there as well. And so this network is just building, but it's hoping to become your new hub for all things reality. So head over there as well, and please subscribe because you'll see me and a lot of other content and new people to, enjoy their reality TV obsessions. So thank you, everybody. And unless you have something exciting to say, Phil, deuces.
See you later.